guys? Welcome to our podcast.
She finally realized that it was all mental. Hey y'all, welcome back to Yips and Giggles. We have a very special guest with us today. He is currently competing on the DP World Tour, and he just so happens to be one of our best friends, Alex Fitzpatrick. Woo!
Hello guys, how are we?
I'm so excited to have you on the pod.
This is cool. This is official.
This is very official.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this for a while. And guys, we're doing this from 3 different time zones. You know, we're just making it work. Alex is currently, where are you, Alex?
I am in Dubai, so I don't even know how many hours I am away from you two, but it's a long way. Yeah, it's a pain, but it is what it is.
We've somehow coordinated it, unlike our ability to coordinate a vacation for ourselves.
Different topic.
We've been trying that for about 4 years.
3-4 years.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember. I can't remember last time I actually saw you in person, Alex. I mean, you see Anya in Charlotte, but I can't remember last time I saw you.
It's probably when I saw you in Glasgow, I'd have thought.
Oh yeah, true. Was it Champions League? Was it that?
Yeah, that was when you got arrested. Not arrested. You got pulled over.
Arrested.
Close enough.
Arrested. Okay, for any listeners, I did not get arrested. I got pulled over at the airport because I parked in like an illegal spot and they got mad at me.
Wow.
You dropped me off and the police officer was there. It wasn't more than that. It was just dramatic.
It was actually like so dramatic, but I was honestly so scared as well. I was like,
I would have been freaking out.
Anya, I don't even know if I like told you about that, but I was dropping Alex.
No, you didn't. That's why I was like, "What do you mean you got arrested?" Well, not arrested.
I was dropping Alex at the airport. I don't know if you were playing or something over here, and I like pulled into this like spot to just drop him off quickly, and apparently I was not supposed to pull in there, and the cops just like came behind me and like turned on the lights and everything, and I was like, "Oh."
As I was getting out of the car as well, and they were like, "Hey, can you?" And then you drove off, and they were like, "Can you pull down there?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I've got my suitcases. I feel like I should be there." And then
Alex
you were by
like,
yourself.
I'm so sorry.
No, Alex was like, "Yeah, see ya, Peyton."
He's like,
I'm like, Alistair, your girl has been pulled over. Like, what? You need to come here now. It was pretty funny.
Alex is like, I got a flight to get to, but yeah, no, that was a great memory. But I thought we'd start out, easy today. So I wanted to ask you what your favorite college memory was, because for any listeners that don't know, we all did go to Wake Forest together, and we actually lived together for, what was it, 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah.
So we have lots of memories, but we want to know what your favorite memory is.
That's a great question. I'm sure there were good memories.
Keep it PG.
I'm sure there were good memories I couldn't remember. I think they're probably some of the good ones. It's a difficult one. Like, you think college, like going out and stuff, is like the best times. I must admit, I think the times where us three and Kyle was sitting on the couch, like watching films, for me, that's by far the best. Like, you sit and do nothing, but they're the best times, in my opinion. So, I'd have to give it to that.
I was thinking the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the horror movies.
Like, it's just,
some horror movie.
Yeah, like it was just simple.
The tarp falling off the light, like in the most like suspenseful moment. Kyle going flying over the couch. I've never seen him so high in my life. I don't know where Alex was, probably hiding under the couch.
I think I was under the couch. Yeah, that's why you couldn't see me.
We had a bit of an obsession with horror movies, which is a little bit. I mean, we weren't living in like the greatest of areas, so I feel like that really wasn't the wisest choice. So like, if you guys were ever gone at like matches or like tournaments, I'd always be scared out of my mind if I were alone. I'd be like, oh well, I'm gonna die. Like, if I hear one little noise, it's like, oh
yeah,
yeah.
It's just like the simplicity of it though. Just like sat watching a film, like no cares, no like worries. It was like, hey, we're just gonna enjoy this now, and then we watched one every night for like 2 years. It was pretty bad. We ran out of horror films.
That was.
We were like, so what do we watch tonight? It's like, I guess we could watch that one again. We watched it 3 times already.
We're like, but it was so good.
It still scared all of us. That was the worst part.
But I also think one of my favorite memories was when Anya and I went to go watch you play. And I think it was at Old Town, good old Winston-Salem. I don't even know if you remember this, but we went to watch you play. And I don't think we had ever gone to like a golf match
been
ever.
To a golf course before.
So we were like, wait, how do we get to each hole? Like, we're gonna get hit by a ball.
I do not remember that. I remember you two coming out for one of the days, but I can't remember. I mean, yeah, it's your memory, not mine, but I'm sure it was eventful to get there.
We would generally just like sprint across.
Yeah, we were like,
so funny.
Can we cut across? But yeah, then Peyton obviously stepped up a little bit and went to go watch you.
Yeah.
During your pro days, which was also a little bit more of a pro of like how to follow you.
Yeah.
That's a little easier.
It's a bit easier. They have it.
Yeah,
they have it gated off and everything, which is nice. But I would like to say that we were your good luck charms because that was probably your best performance was at the Open, right?
I would say so. Yeah. I think. Well, you've watched me twice. I think you've watched me twice, and one was at the Open, and one.
Yeah.
I think the one that you two came to watch me, I may have done well at that one. I can't quite remember. But yeah, I would say good luck charm. Yeah, I need enough of them, that's for sure. I should come out every week. That would make it easier.
That was so fun though, because I remember like Alistair was with me and he was on crutches at the time. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do. I was like, how and why is he walking around this thing? There's loads of people.
He was like sprinting through the mud. Like, I mean, it had been pouring. It had been pouring that whole time. And then Alex is like literally talking to Alistair the whole time. I was like, focus.
Alex, get ready for your shot.
I just felt so bad for him. Like I was probably more focused on him than my golf, which is probably why I did all right. But
yeah, I was about to say, like,
I just felt so bad for him. Hobbling. Yeah, every time I looked at him, he was hobbling like it was in the thick rough or the mud, and I'm like, this kid cannot be out here. Like, he needs to go back and relax.
No, he genuinely.
I don't know what his football team's going to do.
Yeah, he enjoyed it so much. Like, he was like, I'm ready. I'm going to do it. I'm like, okay, well, you're a bit of a psychopath.
Yeah.
But yeah,
funny.
No, I think it's really funny seeing you go from college to professional because like. I feel like, do you feel like you're a different person now, like completely different person, or do you feel like you're kind of like the same kind of guy since college?
It's a weird one. I feel like if I'm hanging out with you two or other friends from back home, like I feel like I'm still the same Alex from college or high school or secondary school, whatever it's called. But like from a golf perspective, I do feel like I changed a lot. But it's a weird one. Like, there's so many kids that once they turn pro, it's like, all right, I need to change loads of things because, like, I need to be professional. Right. And, like, sometimes that can just be, like, the worst thing you can do. Like, you can just suddenly change a bunch of things or you hire people and, like, it can be crazy when it doesn't need to be. So it's funny, like, for me, it's almost got simpler the longer I've been pro than when I turned pro. I was like, I should probably do this and that and I need to do this and my head was like scrambled trying to figure it all out. But I would say from a professional standpoint, I'd say I'm a little better, but I would hope that I was still the same person as I was in college, which I think is nice. Like,
yeah.
Well, I would say obviously you are still the same, like Alex to us. And in college, even like golf wise, you were like on it, like you weren't good for no reason, So I think, I don't know, just going professionally, like you said, it's probably just building on those routines that you had already established in college, right? It's not like you're going to do like a complete, obviously like you're just taking out the school part and whatever else, but you went to like the course so often in college.
Yeah, it was
like,
a grind.
He's at the course, and we're like, okay.
It was a grind, that's for sure. But I feel like golf's a weird one. Like for you guys, when you played tennis, I know that you would train from, let's say, 9 to 12 or 9 to 11, and then you'd have gym either in the morning or the afternoon. You'd be done by like 2, and then you might have recovery or something going on. But like for golf, it's like we had class in the morning, and then you're going to practice you could practice from any hours. Like you could be there from 2 to 7 if it was still light, or you would practice from 2 to 3 and then you'd hit the course, and then like it was just a bit chaotic. Like compared to other sports, you kind of got that like flexibility to do what you want in college. Or at least at Wake, it was nice to kind of have that freedom of choosing if you want to practice or play. Whereas I know other schools don't have that. They don't have that luxury where they're like, hey, this is the schedule, stick to it, and that's what we're doing.
Right.
But yeah, it was a lot of time at the course. It still is a lot of time at the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there from 7 to 5 today, so that was fun.
Oh my.
Oh, that's
What
nice.
do you do? What do you do like on a typical, like what's today? Monday? Like what do you do on a typical Monday?
So, like if it's a first event back for a while, I would say like I'll probably get here Sunday, and that way I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the tournament starts on Thursday.
Right.
So for those who don't follow golf, we have 4 days. We have Thursday, Friday, and then there's a cut, and then Saturday, Sunday are the final 2 days. So it's 4 days overall. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to kind of prep for those days. So for me, for like if it's a first tournament for a while that I've not played in, I would prep from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then if it's like, if I've played 2 weeks in a row already, I might take Monday off, which is a nice luxury to have. But yeah, otherwise I would say like today it was arrive at the course at 7, breakfast till 7:30, gym, then go play. And then for me, it was like trying to sort out all my golf clubs because they've not been checked in a while to make sure like they're not bent or something's gone wrong with them. And then there might be something I want to try, or I have stuff to do from like a performance side. And before you know it, like the day I'm at 4 o'clock and I'm like, I've been here all day. I'm ready to sit down and rest or nap or do something that isn't golf.
Yeah, no, literally.
Or come on the podcast. Well, that one.
Yeah, exactly. Every week you want to come back.
Yeah.
And is this like, are you doing this all yourself, or do you have like people with you that are kind of helping you out with some of these things? How does it normally look for you?
So when I first turned professional, I was kind of lucky to have a fairly decent start, and I think my amateur career kind of helped me with receiving what things called invites into like slightly bigger events, so that's like slightly bigger money, slightly bigger purses. Whereas like a lot of guys when they turn pro, like you basically like you could play well as an amateur and then you like start all over again. Right. So like you're playing in tournaments that like you're paying £500 to enter or $500 to enter, and if you don't finish top 3, you're probably going to lose money. So like it's a brutal game to start, where like you just always like you're always competing, and you know that other people are always after your job. Like for us, they just cut the card. We call them cards. So how many spots you keep on the tour, how many players. We went from 115 to 100 this year.
Oh, really?
So now you know that 15 more guys are going to get cut off the tour.
Wow.
So now it's like there's even more people are panicking, and it's like they're spending even more time on the range, and you know that it's now even more competitive than it was last year.
Yeah.
Wow. So it can get pretty stressful, that's for sure.
Yeah. Can you kind of explain how the cards work, especially like for your tour specifically, and the retention, and then possibly like how people can kind of get a PGA card and how that works?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm full time on the DP World Tour, which it used to be called the European Tour. I wouldn't say it is the European Tour anymore. Like it's a global tour. Like we travel everywhere.
100%.
So in order for you to get onto my tour, for example, the DP World Tour, there's 2 ways. There was either you qualify through a thing called the Challenge Tour, which is it'd be like the NBA and the G League. That's like it's like the equivalent. So the Challenge Tour would be the G League of the European Tour. So you can qualify through that, where that's a full year, and then at the end of the year there's 20 spots available, and they get promoted to the top league, the European Tour. The other way is they do a thing every year called the qualifying school, Q school as everyone calls it, where there might be 2,000 guys at the start of the like 5-week schedule, and they basically they have different locations, and there's first stage, second stage, third stage, And basically they compete for like, there's 20 spots in the first stage that get through at all these different locations. So they go through to the second round, and then the same again, all the way through to final stage, to where I think there's 5 full cards available. So there's 5 guys from 180 players. But
crazy.
Bear in mind the guys at the start have all competed against another 200 guys to get through to the second stage. So like, there's a million people like trying to qualify.
Process of elimination. Yeah,
it's just a big it's just a big process of elimination. Yeah, and that's why like it's even more stressful, because you could get through the first 2 rounds thinking like, I have a chance, and then you have one bad round and that costs you. It's like, But not only is the golf hard, like I think it's $7,000 to enter.
It's crazy. So expensive.
Yeah. So and that's at the start. So like you could pay that and then lose the first round, and you've lost like $7,000-8,000. Oh, so it's crazy. What am I doing? Literally, yeah. Like I might as well just do an office job. Like I know I'm going to get paid. Like, whereas golf is, if you don't play well, you don't get paid, and then it's even harder.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I think that's where we can draw a lot of parallels between tennis and golf as well, compared to maybe some of the other professional sports where you're like on teams and things. Because, same thing. Tennis, you travel around the world. Yeah. If you don't win,
you ain't making money.
You ain't 100%. Making any money. No. And like, you need to claw your way up. Like, you're not going to get drafted. You have to like work your way up the point system, kind of like what you were saying with golf too.
Yeah.
So I think that's also
100%.
Like why we were able to kind of relate to each other's like athletic journeys through college as well.
Yeah. I think the other hard thing is like the people, especially on the internet, only see like the guys who do really well, who make millions of dollars, but they don't realize the guys who like don't do well, and they pay let's say they pay $1,000 for a hotel for the week,
right?
And then they have to pay a caddy, or they pay they pay someone else or a coach or whatever. And before you know it, like, you're $3,000 down.
That's insane.
And then if you don't play well for 3 weeks, you're $9,000 down. And then like the money just builds up. Like it's brutal. But that's I guess the whole part of it is like, if you play well, there's a chance of, it's like sticking $1,000 on red, hoping that it's going to come in. Like you have no idea if it's going to hit, but like it's the exciting part of like, if you play well, you can earn money and you can win trophies and make history. But takes a lot. It's a tough enough sport. Yeah.
Do you feel like the tour gives you a lot of resources when it comes to this stuff? Like, do you have to do all of the logistics? Like, are you booking your hotel? Are you like booking your flights? Are you doing all of that, or do they help you out at all?
So the tour basically suggests, we call it their official hotels for the week. So they might say, hey, or at least on the DP World Tour, before like the tours below that, they won't do that. But they, for us, they will say, hey, this is a hotel that the players should stay in, because there might be like shuttle buses from the hotel to the golf course. So normally I would try and stay in them, but I would say I've been in a very privileged position since I turned pro, because obviously partly through my brother, but also through golf, just that I've managed to play okay. So I actually have a management company that helps me book flights.
Nice.
They'll book flights and hotels. For me, like it sounds fancy, but the priority for me is like focusing on my golf and not having to worry about booking my flights late or booking accommodations, and it just takes my mind off that sort of stuff, which is nice. So I can fully put all my effort into playing well for the week effectively.
Yeah, that's nice. How do you handle being in a different country every weekend? Because we were looking at your schedule when you sent it over. Wait, I just want to look at it for a second. You're like Middle East, then you're going to Africa, India, Europe. Then there's like a random one in the US, like, and then you're back in Europe, then you're back in India
a month ago.
Yeah. Like, how do you handle that genuinely?
I'd love to sit here and complain like loads about it, but like, I feel that's it's probably not a good look to start because I'm sure loads of people really want to travel. But I think at my stage, like when you travel so much, you just want to sit and do nothing. That's the crazy part.
Right.
Like I'd love to have like 5 weeks where I sit and do nothing, but you almost just kind of get on with it. Like that's the best way I can describe it is I know I've got to travel to all these places because if I don't, I'm not going to make any money and I'm not going to play well. So, or I'm not going to play in any tournament. So I have to travel to these places. It's funny, like 2 weeks ago, I think I tried to count up all the different countries I'd been to, and it was something like 41 or something stupid.
That's crazy.
You need like a map and like put all the pins in where you've been.
it was nuts. I mean, I don't even know how many countries there are in the world. I think there's like 180 countries or something, and I'd done like a third of them. I'm like, what's going on?
That's insane and expensive.
Yeah, it's nuts and expensive. That's the worst part.
Does it ever
and then the time difference.
Yeah, that's hard. I was gonna ask, does it ever get like lonely? Like, because you have people that travel with you, right? Like you have a caddy and things like that. Yeah. But is it hard? Is it easy to make friends on tour? Like people you see all the time, or?
Yeah. How can I word this? I would say I've been lucky because there's been some guys from my area that I grew up on that have made it onto the tour. So I would say that I've became good friends with them, and I kind of I may go out for dinner a couple of times a week with them. I would say that it's probably the loneliest sport that you can play.
Yeah.
There was so many times last year where like I didn't really want to be there, and my golf wasn't very good. Just kind of speaking to my friends at home where they were seeing each other a lot and having a good time, and you kind of feel like you miss out and you give up a lot to do what you want to do. But you actually having a psychologist, and that was kind of one of the things that we spoke about a lot, was trying to figure out basically how to not be as lonely. It's very hard. Like you kind of you're on the course with your caddy, which is great, but then once you leave, you're by yourself in a hotel room, or if you don't know that many people, like you're eating dinner by yourself or you're flying by yourself, like you rarely get time where you're with people. And that's just it's tricky. Like I feel like as humans, I feel like we should be with people and should be talking to people, and I think it's really difficult to not be lonely out here. That's for sure.
How long have you been working with a psychologist?
So I worked with him for a full year, and then we parted ways like 2 weeks ago. I loved it. I would do it again, but he kind of moved on to be in America more, and I'm over here. So with the time difference and stuff, it made it a little tricky. But it was great. The nice thing was I felt like I got a really good understanding of myself, kind of what makes me tick and how my mind works. But it's funny you asked about being lonely, because that was like the hot topic of the year. It was like, how are we gonna he told me, he was like, you need to go out, see if you can go out 3 times a week with friends. And like it felt really awkward to kind of reach out to people and be like, hey, do you want to go for dinner? But at the same time, like when you're sitting by yourself, you don't realize how lonely it is until the next day. Like
especially for like a guy like normally doesn't reach out to their friends. It's like, hey, you want to go grab dinner?
Girls
girls do that, but I love that. You're breaking the stigma. Like that's great.
But it's like I was messaging someone yesterday about going out for dinner, and he was like, hey, what about 6:30? And I'm like, well, I can't do 6:30. Like 7. He's like, I can't do 7. I'm like, so we'll call it another night. And then before you know it, you're not going for dinner. So
we'll try again later.
Exactly. Maybe another day.
Okay, so who do you normally bring with you? Do you have a team that comes with you, or does it kind of change week to week?
So I would say normally my caddies are on this tour. Actually, caddies are mandatory, so like I have to bring my caddy with me. But luckily, I like him, so he's okay to come.
That's always good.
So normally it's my caddy. He's a guarantee, but everyone else kind of depends on the tournament. I mean, I would say luckily this week is a big week. So I have a putting coach, I have my swing coach, and then I think a part of my management company will be here. So there'll be 4 or 5 of us maybe. And then I have someone who kind of sets my gym programs and stuff, and he can be here occasionally. But yeah, like some guys have big teams, but that costs a lot. And my team is fairly small, which is nice. So it's kind of nice to have, you're not kind of surrounded by loads of people all telling you different things. For me, like kind of keeping it simple and small has been nice. So yeah, but like a normal week, it'll just literally just be me and my caddy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's a lot of time
and
spent
all
together.
your different coaches are like all over the place, right? Like I think your swing coach is in Alabama, and
yeah,
I'm sure like there's other people all over, so it's nice to be able to get them together in one place. But when they're not in the same place, how do you manage, in between tournaments, trying to go and find time to train with different people?
Yeah, it's tough. I think the other thing that's tricky is that the coaches also have other players to care about, right? So like my putting coach might have 5 other guys, or my swing coach has 5 other guys, to where you kind of battling a little bit for time. Like if you're in a tournament and you're trying to book in a time with them because you know that other guys will also be requesting the time, and it can be really tough to kind of figure that out. But luckily, when this is something that I think I've got better at since I turned pro, was like actually asking people for their time is like not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like when I came out, I was so scared that people were going to be like, oh, you're always pestering me, and like, yeah, literally, like, oh, you're always pestering me. Like, why don't you just leave me alone and you just pay me your money? But then I realized actually, I actually pay these people.
Yeah. Use them.
It's their job.
Yeah, I'm like, I actually probably need you to help me out here, and I pay for you to be here. So it's like, yeah, you probably start asking for people to help.
Yeah, that's interesting that it's so like kind of spread out between players. I feel like that's pretty different from tennis, because like you look at like Grand Slams and you'll see like pro players in their boxes, and they'll have their whole entire like entourage of coaches. So you guys have to like kind of split that time up. That's interesting, huh?
I mean, I watch a lot of tennis, but I feel like how does that work with coaches? Like, is it normally like does each player normally have a single coach, or is there like a coach for multiple players?
So it's not common for a coach to coach more than one like professional player full time, unless like you own like one of those quote unquote like academies, right?
Yes.
And like you kind of just like have like other pro players playing at those academies, and then you might like help them out a little bit, but you're not like their main coach. So a player normally has like their main coach and maybe 1 or 2 other quote unquote like supporting coaches, but it's just like they're only focused in on that one player. Like their sole responsibility is to travel every single week with that one player, to practice every single day with that one player, to like coach them. That's like their entire life.
That's crazy.
So there's like a lot of like effort that goes into like a person.
Yeah. Because they'll have like strength and conditioning there. They'll have sports psychologists. They'll have their head coach. I mean, there's so many
obviously
things.
this is at like the highest level.
Like a whole entourage.
If you're starting out, like
this is the top.
Play the lower levels, like you're not going to have like one
you couldn't afford it.
Bring everywhere with you, because you can't afford it, and B, that other that coach is probably like, well, you're not paying me anything, so I'm gonna go coach other people too.
Well, yeah, but they also they travel just as much as we do. Like their schedule's everywhere.
It's insane,
crazy.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess when it's an individual sport, people are like, yeah, we can put them anywhere. just put them on this side of the world, and then we'll fly them to this side. And it's like, it's insane, because I don't know how do you handle like jet lag and like coming off a plane and going to play? Like, how do you do that? Haven't figured it out yet.
No idea. No, still to figure out. Like this year, our schedule is. I'm not going to play him because I refuse to travel this far. But we play somewhere in Europe, I think, and then we go straight to China, so straight to Shanghai, to go to have a week off, to go to India, to go back to China. Like whose idea is it to then?
Like, can we just stay in China, please?
Bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, like did they just fancy like a big road trip or something, or what? Like why are we playing China and then having like going other places and coming back? Like what's the point?
Yeah, no, that's.
Just do 3 weeks in a row there. Like
you might as well at that point.
10 times harder for a player.
But the jet lag can be brutal. When I got here, I flew from the States back here, and I was up at 3:30 for the first 3 mornings. It was like I'm wide awake at 3:30, like ready to rock and roll.
You're like, I'm just gonna go hit some balls.
What are we doing here?
Let's go out and about in Dubai.
Yeah.
I think I went on a walk at 4:30 the other day, and I'm like, there's not a soul out here. Like, what am I doing? I go back to bed. It's like
need some melatonin in your
weird.
life.
Literally.
That's funny.
Had enough of that in college.
Yeah. Well, sort of talking about your coaches and things like that. Do you have, like, from year to year, do you kind of have certain strategies that you kind of want to bring into your game when like a new season starts? Like, what are you doing for 2026?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say there's specific strategies for like new seasons. Like I just started working with a new putting coach.
Okay. So
the past like 2 or 3 days has been like going through my technique, having like a good blueprint to work off for like the future, I guess, and then figuring out kind of what the plan is from there. I'd say the only other thing that we do is just kind of goal setting, just like what we'd like to achieve for the year. I would say it's a little different than tennis. Like we have plans of the golf course that we kind of go off, but it can change because like there's wind or rain, or they move tees back or pins forward. Where I guess for tennis, like if I'm playing Carlos Alcaraz, well, one, I know I've got no chance, but two, like I guess if the coaches will watch what his weakness is, or what if he has a weakness, but they'll be watching to try and figure out how can they exploit him. Whereas golf, it's like it's just chaos.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten the yips on any of your strokes?
I knew this was going to come up, and yeah, it's pretty
out of
bad.
left field, right? Like you had no clue this was coming.
Well, the worst part about it is like I can literally picture the day I got it. Like it was. I played in a thing called I played in a thing called the Lytham Trophy, which is in Lytham St Anne's, like up north a little bit, or near Liverpool. And it was like a super windy day, and the greens weren't very good, and I kept missing loads of putts. And I remember coming off, and I remember my dad being like, well, what was going on there? Like, what happened? I'm like, I have no idea.
Couldn't tell you.
The ball did not go in the hole. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it just would not work. And literally from that point, like, I kind of just, something was wrong. I don't know what it was. Couldn't figure it out. And then kind of over time, I'm like, actually, why is my right hand doing that? I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Like,
why is it bent at that angle?
This sounds very familiar.
Like, why is it twitching? Like, what's going on? So, it's funny you ask, because I had a conversation with my old putting coach about 2 months ago about it. And I think the hard thing is people don't, the thing I would have when it's happened to me is it's more of like a twitch. So like my right hand feels like it like flinches, and like you have no control of the putter face, and there's ways around it. Like there's ways to manage it. So like for me, like I put claw, which is like I hold the putter like a pencil basically. So like my right hand isn't like fully on the putter, and that's helped. Like now at the stage where I don't really feel it all, which is great.
Yeah.
But like there's ways to manage it, but for people who like don't get it, like my brother doesn't get it.
Really?
And when I've tried to speak to him in the past about it, well, yeah, when I've tried to speak to him in the past about it, he's like, why don't you just do this and do that? And it's like, it's not that easy. Like, like if I could, I would, but
my body is literally betraying me.
Like,
like it's sending, I don't even know what it is. It's like I guess it's like an involuntary movement or something that like you just can't control. But yeah, it's the fact that I can literally remember the day of when it like started is isn't a good sign for me. And two, like it was just impossible to explain to people that just don't get it. Like,
it's like, no, I literally just can't do it. Just can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I know psychologists have certain ways around it to try and help, but like, I feel like it's just, once you get it, like, it's just kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
Just there.
Like it's just, it can happen at any time, and it just is what it is. Like, I think the big part is accepting that it's there and trying to work around it. I didn't realize you two had it.
Oh my God.
Oh, Alex, you don't remember seeing me?
I remember speaking to Peyton. I remember speaking to Peyton about it, but I don't remember seeing you have it on you. I didn't think you were.
That's a good sign.
You were
Yeah,
more
pretty
brief,
bad.
I feel like, Anya, though.
Yeah.
But it was
So you
noticeable.
got rid of it, Anya?
Have I got rid of it? No, I just stopped playing tennis.
I'll tell you the moment I knew I was screwed, because when I started playing table tennis, I couldn't hit like a forehand. Not a forehand, sorry. No, I can hit a forehand. I can't hit a backhand. Top spin.
Yeah.
Top spin backhand, I can't do. It just it's like I'm waving a wand around.
Your wrist is just like flimsy.
No chance.
Do you feel like it's more like from a mental standpoint, like it's coming from a mental place rather than physical, and like the mental is kind of manifesting, or what do you think?
My own opinion of it is I think my technique was pretty bad for a while. And I think I put so much pressure on myself to do well that every putt was like life or death. It was like, if you hole it, it's great. Everyone's going to like you. And if you didn't, everyone's going to hate you. And you know, you're the worst player in the world. That's just kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
So it was just,
feeling.
Well, we were talking about it one time in probably the first episode, like with golf. Yeah. It's such a like crazy small margin of error. Like you guys shank a shot and you could be screwed on the other fairway. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the worst part about golf is like you could hit two good shots, like you could hit a good drive, and then you hit a good second shot, and you could hit it to like this far. If you're a right hand flincher, like you're missing the putt. It's like, it's so stupid. Yeah. Like there's a video, I feel really bad saying this, there's a video of a guy called Ernie Els who played at the Masters. This was 4 or 5 years ago, and he was like 2 feet away from the hole, and he like 6-putted. He just didn't get it in the hole. He was literally dancing around the hole, but it was over because his hand was flinching and he physically couldn't get the face to shut. Like he was just slapping it around.
I remember watching that and I felt so bad. But,
yeah.
So how do you go about trying to handle the pressure? Like, do you have any quote unquote coping mechanisms or just things that you try to do to not feel the pressure as much or not focus on it?
I think for me, the big thing was like accepting that there is pressure and accepting that like it's you know what's going on. Yeah. I think the hardest thing that I did wrong to start with was like trying to push it away and be like, hey, like there's no pressure here, like it's fine. And if you hit a bad shot, like it's fine. It's like,
meanwhile, you're like trembling.
Yeah, like I'm trying to tee it up and my hands are shaking.
I don't feel any pressure.
What pressure?
Yeah, like there's nothing there. Like, there's just one person. There's one person.
It's just
watching.
denial.
Like,
it's just denial.
Yeah. I would say that would be the biggest thing, is just like acceptance of the situation. But for me, you're gonna laugh at me when I say this, but like it was just like staying in the present, but like the ways to stay in the present is different for loads of people. For me, it was like, how many colors can I find? It was like the stupidest thing.
I can tell you've been talking to a sports psychologist, because you're throwing out some serious stuff here.
Yeah. It was like
growth I've seen in you since college is impeccable.
I mean, I was so good at finding things with the color red. Like I just have an eye for it now.
That's great.
It was crazy.
But it works.
So there was a lot of that. Yeah, it does, and that was the thing that kind of clicked with me. I think that some of the things that I picked up was great, and then there were other things that I was a bit like, I don't know if that works for me. Like some of the center stuff, like whether that's either like trying to feel stuff in your feet or counting to 10, or like for me that didn't work. But things that kind of like played with my mind, that they were the stuff that kind of kept me off topic, or like kept me present. Sorry. Yeah. Like some guys, I've seen one guy who like colors books on the golf course. Like he brings pencils with him, and like
Oh, that's awesome.
And one of the best stories I ever heard was a girl called, you remember Swing?
Yeah.
Who played on the women's team.
Yeah.
She was, so Swing is Korean, and she was actively learning Japanese on the golf course, and now she's fluent Japanese. But that's how she kept her mind off the game. Like that's how she would do it. Yeah. She would learn Japanese, and she's now fluent. It's unbelievable.
That's so sick.
So cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah. Picking colors, finding colors. So now I'm good. Now I'm good at all the colors.
Yeah, it's funny because you're using like terminology that I like recognize, you know, like accepting feelings and staying in the present, and that comes a lot from. So there's like obviously like different kind of models of practice that psychologists use. So like some will be like cognitive behavioralists and things like that. And so when you say like accepting feelings, that comes a lot from like the third wave of CBT, which is acceptance and commitment. So I don't know if like your psychologist was kind of more in that realm, but it's really interesting to see that you actually found something kind of within acceptance and commitment that worked for you, because it's always nice to hear that it does work.
Yeah. I feel like growing up in my family, I feel like psychology wasn't really that big a thing. Like it was like
same.
hard work and do that, and that's going to help. But yeah, like it worked for me when I kind of needed it the most, and that for me was like a big tell that, hey, this is actually quite good and useful.
Right.
So yeah, so now I just count colors everywhere.
Love it.
All I do, every color of the rainbow.
Hey, maybe you'll discover a new color at some point. You know how they discovered
Yeah, maybe.
that? What was that color? Did you see that a couple of months ago? It was like a new shade of red they discovered.
No.
That could have been you.
What?
That's kind of insane.
I can't tell if you're serious or
Being
not.
so serious. We'll have to Google it. I'm pretty sure it was a new shade of red.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's crazy. Someone just making that up on there. That's nuts. It can't be a new shade of red.
I was like, I've seen this color before. Like,
I've seen this. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think we should maybe go into some fun questions now, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's think. What is your...
Who do you like more, me or Peyton?
That's a good question.
We're not even bringing
That won't
Kyle
be
into
answered.
it. Kyle doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, Kyle doesn't count.
Sorry,
No.
Kyle.
No, I will not be answering that question. I love you both equally.
Plead the fifth.
There you go.
So let's see. When you turned pro in when? 2022? Was it 2022?
2022.
Yeah. What has been your favorite course you've played since you turned pro?
Oh, that's a good question. Since I turned pro, my favorite golf course I've ever played was when I was an AM.
Oh, really?
But I played it at college. When one of the members took the team out to Augusta. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
That was a cool memory. The favorite thing wasn't the golf course or the trip or any of that. It was the fact that we got into the clubhouse and there was no menu for breakfast. You could just order what you want.
No way.
That was my favorite thing. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. It's like I'll have a triple stack of pancakes with chocolate chips and like a side of bacon and egg. And that was me done for the day.
You're like, screw the golf. I just want the food.
Yeah, I was not bothered at all. Just give me some good food, and that was enough. The Masters is like such a cool, it's such a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing for a golfer to win, and you get one of those green jackets.
Yeah,
which is
that's
kind of
sick.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey.
they're pretty sick.
I mean, you've already tied for 17th at the British Open, so I mean, you've been there, done that.
Close enough. Yeah, you might as well give me a green jacket already.
The weather was so bad.
It was sick.
The last day.
Horrific.
The last day, I've actually never seen it rain that hard in the UK ever. It was insane.
Was it pouring?
Yes.
Pouring was an understatement.
I was
it looked like you were. Yeah, it was like the Niagara Falls, but it just fallen onto the golf course.
Literally.
I think
It was horrific.
briefly remember. Yeah, because that was in the Netflix.
Oh yeah,
I briefly remember
Plug.
like that scene. So what was it like having Netflix follow you around for quite some time? I remember when I was there in Winston-Salem, still over the summer before my master's program. Do you remember we were hanging out one time and you're like, all right, you got to go. Netflix is coming over to film something.
Wrap it up.
I was like, please let me stay. Please let me stay. So what was that
It was
like?
cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I'm not going to deny it. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was very weird. Like having them film kind of a lot of your life. And the cool thing for me was the episode felt more like it was about me than my brother, which was kind of nice.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Tell me about it. It was a little strange. Like me and Rachel went to go get like sandwiches from Dioli's, and they were in the back of the car, and they were like, "Hi, make conversation." I'm like,
Like,
nice
so,
weather we're
how's
having,
your
like great day. Yeah. Like,
You just feel like you've actually
What
never
classes you
spoken
have
to
this
each other
morning?
ever.
Yeah, honestly, it's so odd.
Yeah.
So like that was a little weird. But I had so many cool messages from people and like so many nice messages that was really cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like I played in India. I think it came out about 2 weeks before I went to India, and there was quite a few people watching because I was in a good group. And there were so many like Indian kids that came up to me afterwards and was like, "We love you on Netflix and stuff." And I was like, "That's crazy!" Like, there must have been loads of people that watched it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I would do it again. I think from a publicity standpoint, it's amazing. Like Netflix reaches so many people.
Yeah.
And at that stage, it was the second season, so like I think people were kind of buzzing for the next season to come out. I'm not sure how happy people are like if it goes to season like 7. Like I think people probably a little sick of it by then.
Kind of like the F1. It's had many seasons. Yeah.
Many seasons.
Yeah. I think at that point, like people know what's going on with the circuits and the drivers and stuff. It's like 2's enough. Like let's call it a day.
Yeah, it is cool to kind of see the behind the scenes, but it would be weird as the person that is behind the scenes. Like, okay,
yeah.
But it's weird. I don't know. It's kind of weird and cool that if like that I'm on Netflix, it was
We were like,
it was really nice that they like. A good chunk of the episode they included like Rachel in as well, which was really nice.
Yeah,
obviously A for like, you know, the women's tour, but also B just like having her as a significant part of your life and like influence and things like that. Including her was really cool too.
Yeah.
So
I told her she was nasty to me, and I said they cut her out. I said they're gonna get rid of you. You gotta be on your best behavior.
Yeah, I was going to say best behavior now.
Yeah.
Get some fame from this, but you gotta be nice.
That was cute though. I liked that.
It was cool. It was cool. It was really cool. Especially kind of like when the first season came out, it was like so new that it was something brand new, like the Formula One. So it was like super exciting. And then, when it came out, it was like I kind of didn't want to watch it. I almost didn't want to know how it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I like couldn't help but watch it to see. I was like, do I look bad? Do I say anything bad? Like, am I?
Did you like cringe at any point, or do you think it went?
100%. Yeah. I'm like, do I really look like that? Like, am I still that
Did
fat?
I really
like,
say that?
Yeah. Literally, like, you got me scoffing the Diolis down a talk, and it's like you could at least got like a different angle. Do you know what I mean?
At least it wasn't Krispy Kreme, Alex. Guys, in college, Alex would.
No need for that.
Anya's really calling you out right now.
I've seen.
Yeah.
Sorry. One of the most impressive things I've seen. Also, one of the most disgusting things I've seen in my life. You know, Krispy Kreme. You know, donuts. For those who don't know what Krispy Kreme is, you know, original glazed.
Founded in Winston-Salem.
Yes.
Founded in Winston-Salem.
Shout out.
You know, original glazed, hot and fresh. Like tastes like butter. Can go down in like 2 seconds, but like sometimes Alex would overdo it, and like I don't know, we would get like a dozen, and then like 2 minutes later you'd open the box and there was only 6 left, like, and he would just be like inhaling these donuts because they were so buttery and light, and we'd be sitting there like, oh my god,
it's like a magic trick.
Were unbelievable though, weren't they?
They're so good. Yeah.
Do you remember? I literally remember exactly where we were parked, or not parked, where we were driving when I tried to eat 12 in 1 minute.
Yes. I 100% remember this.
We were just coming out the thing literally at the junction. It was a red light, and I think Kyle was like, "I'll give you $10 if you eat 12 in 1 minute." I'm like, bet. Like, yeah. That was a bad moment.
How you didn't like throw up?
Well, I think I got. Well, I don't know if I completed it or not. I hope I did.
Surely not.
I don't know. I was a bit of a deviant in college with that. It was bad. I remember coming home one day. I came home for Christmas, and I guess at the time, like I was using my dad's card because I didn't have any money coming in, so I was like, and he sat me down one day and was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "All right, what is it?" And it's like a list of like everything I've ordered in the past like 2 months, and it was like Domino's, Krispy Kreme, Domino's, Chick-fil-A. He's like, Domino's. I'm like, oh my
Zaxby's.
I
God.
remember this.
Yeah, Zaxby's. It was everything you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't think anything of it. And I look back and I'm like, what are you, like, why are you doing that? Like, it was like a meal a day. It was horrific.
I'm sure your diet has changed now that you're a pro.
Yeah.
It's got a little better, but I still get abuse about it. So I wouldn't worry about that. But that was a dark time for me.
That was so funny.
It's so bad.
Honestly.
Dark
time.
I mean, I don't think we like helped at any we didn't help.
No.
Sure. Like we would be like,
we would be a part of the Domino's.
You guys would cook though. Like
Crepes?
you guys would cook most of the time.
We would.
Crepes was a dangerous spot.
That was dangerous.
That was
Our
a
freshman
great
year,
spot.
I think we kept that crepe place like
Penny
in the-
Path.
Alive.
single-handedly.
Oh yeah.
I think we went 4 times a week on average.
Shout out Penny
Mhm.
Path.
3 or 4.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah,
This is so good.
that is a big shout. They feeded me for a long time.
Feeded.
Fed, same thing. Yeah, that place was good. That's why when I start talking about like memories from college, I miss it so much.
Oh my God.
I'm very lucky to do what I do for a living and love what I do, but like I'd go back to college in a heartbeat, 100%.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Genuinely so much
Like-
fun.
Well, and
Even though it was
also-
hard, it was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of, especially like golfers or other athletes that, they go to college for like a year and then they go pro, but obviously you stayed for 4 years. So
Mhm.
was like the social aspect of it something that was big in your decision to do that? And what else went into your decision to kind of stay all 4 years? Because obviously you were like so good, you could have probably left at any point, and gone pro.
I think for me, so for those that are watching, my brother went to school at Northwestern. He went there for 3 months and then he left to turn pro. For me, I think I kind of wanted to be different. Like
Mhm.
when I got to school, like the first 3 months, I was like, I'm not really sure if I'm enjoying this. I felt pretty homesick.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle of like North Carolina, somewhere I'd not really been that much before.
Yeah.
And it was like, do I like this? Do I not? And then I think once I kind of got settled a little bit, kind of once we had the Christmas break and I came back, and I think that, in all fairness, I think that's when all of us started hanging out more.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sick. Like, I want to be here I don't want to go home. Like, don't take me home from here. You have to drag me out of here.
Take the Krispy Kreme away from me.
Yeah, don't take the Krispy Kremes away from me. But like the process to come here was a little odd. Like I kind of had a couple offers from different schools, and I went to visit them and was like, hey, this is nice, but it doesn't quite feel right. Like it doesn't feel like a good fit. And one of my brothers, another pro, a guy called Darren Clark, who went to Wake for a month, so not really good people here, but he told my brother, he was like, hey, you should try Wake Forest. Like I know the coach. I went there for a month. Like it was great while I was there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he gave me Jerry Haas's number, and who's the head coach, and he was like, reach out for him, see what he says. So I ended up calling him and was like, hey, would love to come visit. Is there a chance you have a spot for, I think it was 2018 at the time. And he was like, he came back and was like, hey, I haven't. I just filled the spot for 2018, but if you wait another year, we have an opening that we would love you to be there. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I'll come visit this place. Like I've heard good things. The alumni from Wake, obviously, from a golfing wise, is amazing with Arnold Palmer. So I was like, I'm going to give it a visit. And then I literally remember driving through the gates, and you obviously pass all the soccer pitches on the left.
Yeah.
And then you go down the hill, and then you can kind of see campus once you go down the hill.
Yeah.
And I just remember from that point, I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like this is the place to be.
So the golf facilities are unreal.
Oh my God,
when I got to the facilities, I was like, this place is incredible.
Sign me up.
Yeah, it was like, this is ridiculous. So and Jerry was great with me, and then some of the guys came to say hello. But I had to, it kind of sucked. I had to wait like a full year.
Yeah.
Where I literally just played golf for a full year. It was like I was a pro. I just played golf for a full year. Traveled around England and Europe, and then had to go in. Yeah, came in September. But yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat. I tell everyone that if like you have a chance between staying pro or doing something else or whatever, I'd be like, get me back to college. That's all I want to do.
Well, because you can be pro for like the rest of your life, especially in a sport like golf. Like you have the rest of your life to be pro, but college is only a certain part of your life. So yeah, I completely agree.
I think the annoying thing as well is like at the time you don't realize how good it is, and your parents tell you that. It's like, try and make the most of it, enjoy it while it's there, and then you're like, oh yeah, sure, like it's not gonna be that good, and then you leave. It's like no, it's like wow, I want to go back.
That was like the best years of my life.
It was so fun. I have so many memories.
Yeah.
And Snapchat memories. I'm glad you can't show them on here.
We can find a way if you want to.
No. No, I got some bad ones.
Oh my god.
Even silly things like picking up Leo.
Oh my
and now
god.
He lives in California.
Yeah.
Like
guys, we had a kitten. Yeah. Go ahead, Peyton.
Well, for listeners that don't know what we're talking about, we decided it was senior year, right?
It was senior year.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We decided to take a stray cat into our home.
We found this cat right outside of the cookout.
Shout out cookout.
Shout out cookout. Yeah. We thought it was a girl for like a couple of days, and then we found out it was a boy.
We named it Honey originally.
So we had to pivot with our name. Yeah. It was Leo, and he was so cute for like the first 2 weeks, and then he turned into like a devil.
He was a gremlin.
Legitimate devil. Like you would walk down the stairs and you would be attacked immediately every time.
Yep.
Yeah. Your ankles were always in danger.
Had like scratches all over all the time.
He would like come across the couch and like bite your head. I'm like, what are you doing? Truly.
But then it's like, why did we pick him up? Like we could have just left him at cookout.
Yeah. I remember I was driving. Kyle got out of my car and I'm like, where is he going? And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to pick up this cat. And he was just walked back and the cat was in the car. I was like, oh, okay. Like we're doing this.
Oh, okay.
And now he's in California.
Living his life.
Yeah.
Living in San Diego where it's 70 degrees all year. Like it's just, he's living the life.
It's kind of crazy.
Was so funny.
Yeah. Just one question, since I think it's like relevant with it coming up.
Yep.
Thoughts on England's chances in the World Cup?
We've pivoted.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I would hope high. If they're anything like my local football team, then we've got no chance. But
Sheffield.
I would hope pretty high. My fingers are crossed. I mean, we always throw it away somehow. So I'm sure there'll be some drama that'll happen that'll cost us winning.
Just hop on the Canada bandwagon.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm such an Alistair fanboy.
Even though I'm wearing a USA shirt, I kind of feel like bad now.
Peyton is a traitor.
Everything he's in, every tweet and Instagram, like I'm liking or retweeting, like I'm
number
all
one
about
fan.
It's so good.
Literally.
And every time I go to Scotland as well,
yeah.
If let's say I'm getting a car or something, and the guys are always like, "Oh, do you watch football?" I'm like, "Who's your team?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm a Celtic fan." I'm like, "Yeah, I know one of the players."
Yeah, you are.
You're like, well.
It's so funny. And then I say his name, and they're like, "Oh, Alistair Johnson. Oh, he's amazing." It's like, this is sick.
It's actually a really good Scottish accent. I like that.
Yeah, it's been perfected for a while.
So random sidebar, but Peyton, that video you sent me the other day with that lady speaking Scottish, but like heavily accented, I didn't understand a single word.
I don't know what part of Scotland she was from, because it varies like where you go, like some have like not
English.
Some have like posh Scottish, which is more like in Edinburgh and stuff like that. Glasgow's quite Scottish, definitely in some areas and in different generations, but once you like go to certain places, you legitimately can't understand what they're saying.
I lost her after she said, "I love cookies," and then I didn't understand the rest of the minute-long video. I was like, "What?"
Let me go grab her so you can say hi to her.
Me as much as I want.
Yeah. Hi. Salem.
She's amazing.
How are you? She's like, Mom, what is this?
Yeah.
Whoa, what's this?
Salem.
No, wait, stay.
Important question. Who do you
She's
like
scared of the
more, me or
microphone.
Alex?
Yeah, Peyton, me.
It's okay.
Salem, me or Anya, who do you prefer?
Yeah.
She's
Who's your
terrified
favorite?
of my microphone. What's going on? Can you say hi?
Oh, she's actually so sweet.
Oh, she's the sweetest.
Alex,
She's shiny.
She's very
Yeah,
shiny.
She's so pretty.
Can you say hi?
Alex, I think you're currently in the running for favorite because me and Salem haven't been vibing since I drove her 10 hours in a car. I don't think she likes me since then. So
Yeah, you've ruined that
she
relationship.
had a rough one.
Yeah, no, that was really fun, guys. I had fun.
Yeah.
That was the first time we've spoken to
enjoyed
each
that.
other
Going on,
like
Alex?
all together in a long time. So I'm glad we got
I
to
Yeah.
know.
But it's easy when it's like set up after, like when we can organize it for a little bit before. That helps.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
No,
Yeah.
thank you for having me. Hopefully it's not my only time.
Yes, we'll have
No,
you back.
we'll definitely have to get you back on. Maybe even do a 4-person episode with Kyle as well.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
A college episode.
That
That'd
could
be
get
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, thanks,
Never
Alex.
again.
Good luck in your
course, thank
tournament.
you.
And obviously, we're your number one fans. And yeah, we miss you. We love you. Talk to you later.